With these can-do videos, you'll see real-life situations where you have to introduce yourself, talk about your family, or give your contact information. So, by the end, you can do them yourself in Italian. This video is a small portion of our can-do course. To get the full course, including translations, grammar tools, and assessment tests, click the link in the description.
Welcome to Can Do Italian by ItalianPod101.com.
Ciao a tutti, sono Felice Angelini. Hi everyone, I'm Felice Angelini. In this lesson, you learn how to ask if a store has something.
This is Sasha Lee. She's at a small grocery store and wants to buy some salt. She gets the clerk's attention and says, "Excuse me, do you have any salt?"
Scusi, avete il sale?
Listen to the conversation and focus on the question. Ready?
Scusi, avete il sale?
Sì, è qui.
Once more with the English translation.
Scusi, avete il sale?
Excuse me, do you have any salt?
Sì, è qui.
Yes, it's here.
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
Do you remember how Sasha asks, "Excuse me, do you have any salt?"
Scusi, avete il sale?
First is
Scusi.
meaning, excuse me.
Scusi. Scusi.
Note, you may be familiar with
Scusa.
the informal form of excuse me. In this conversation, Sasha is speaking with someone she doesn't know, so she uses the formal form.
Scusi.
Next is the word
Avete.
meaning you have.
Avete. Avete. Avete.
Is a shortened form of
Voi avete.
you have, where you is plural, as in you all. In Italian, the
Voi.
is usually omitted. Note the plural form
Voi.
is used because Sasha is addressing the clerk as the representative of a group, in this case, the business.
Avete.
Is from the verb
Avere.
to have.
Avere.
After that is
Il sale.
the salt.
Il sale.
Let's start with
Sale.
salt.
Sale. Sale.
In Italian, all nouns have grammatical gender and are either singular or plural.
Sale.
Is masculine and singular, a fact which will determine the form of other words in the sentence. Before
Sale.
is the article.
Il.
Think of it like the in English.
Il. Il. Il.
Is masculine and singular to agree with.
Sale.
Together,
Il sale.
the salt.
Il sale.
Altogether,
Scusi, avete il sale?
this literally means, "Excuse me, you have the salt?" but translates as, "Excuse me, do you have any salt?"
Scusi, avete il sale?
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how the shop clerk says, Yes, it's here.
Sì, è qui.
This starts with the expression
Sì,
yes.
sì, sì.
It answers Sasha's question.
Scusi, avete il sale?
Excuse me, do you have any salt? Next is
È,
it is.
è, è.
Note, it is omitted as it is understood from context.
È,
Is from the verb
essere,
to be.
essere.
Last is the word
Qui,
here.
qui, qui.
Altogether, it's
Sì, è qui.
yes, it's here.
Sì, è qui.
The pattern is
Avete item?
do you have item?
Avete item?
To use this pattern, simply replace the item placeholder with a thing you're looking for. Imagine you're looking for milk.
Il latte,
Milk,
il latte. Latte,
milk.
latte. Latte, latte.
Is masculine and singular. Before this is
Il,
the
il.
is masculine singular to agree with.
Latte,
Together,
il latte.
the article
Il,
does not have a corresponding English translation, but you'll need to include it when using this pattern. Italian often requires the use of articles when they are omitted in English. Say, do you have milk? Ready?
Avete il latte?
Do you have milk?
Avete il latte?
For this lesson, let's review definite articles for singular nouns. A definite article is like the English the, as in the milk.
The masculine definite articles are
il,
as in
il latte.
the milk,
L,
as in
l'antipasto.
the appetizer, and
Lo,
as in
lo zucchero.
the sugar.
Il,
Is used before masculine words that start with most consonant sounds.
l,
Is used before masculine words that start with a vowel.
lo,
Is used before masculine words that start with st, sp, gn, ps, z, y, x, or pn. The feminine definite articles are
la,
as in
la pizza margherita.
the margarita pizza, and
L,
when the following word begins with a vowel, as in
l'acqua.
the water. Some items are usually put into the plural form. For example, eggs.
Le uova. Le uova. Avete le uova?
Do you have eggs?
Avete le uova?
Let's look at some more examples. Listen and repeat, or speak along with the native speakers.
Avete il sale? Avete il sale?
Avete il latte? Avete il latte?
Avete l'acqua? Avete l'acqua?
Avete la frutta? Avete la frutta?
Dov'è lo zucchero? Dov'è lo zucchero? Did you notice how I replaced avete with dov'è?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Dov'è lo zucchero?
Where is the sugar? With this question, you are presuming that the shop has sugar. First is,
Dov'è?
where is?
Dov'è? Dov'è? Dove?
Where?
Dove? È.
Is.
È. È.
Is from the verb,
Essere.
meaning to be.
Essere. Dove?
Is contracted with,
È.
to form,
Dov'è?
altogether.
Dov'è?
Where is?
Dov'è?
After this is,
Lo zucchero.
the sugar.
Lo zucchero. Zucchero.
Sugar.
Zucchero. Zucchero. Zucchero.
Is masculine and singular. Before this is,
Lo.
the.
Lo. Lo. Lo.
Is masculine and singular to agree with.
Zucchero.
Note, because
Zucchero.
starts with the letter Z,
Lo.
is used. Altogether,
Dov'è lo zucchero?
this literally means, where is the sugar?
Dov'è lo zucchero?
This pattern is,
Dov'è? Item?
where is item?
Dov'è? Item?
You should be aware of this, but for this lesson, we'll use the pattern,
Avete item?
do you have item?
Avete item?
Let's review the new words.
Latte.
Milk,
Latte. Latte. Acqua.
water,
Acqua. Acqua. Frutta.
fruit,
Frutta. Frutta. Zucchero.
sugar,
Zucchero. Zucchero.
Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember the formal way to say, "Excuse me"? Scusi. Scusi. And how to say salt? Sale. Sale. And how to say the salt? Il sale. Il sale. Do you remember how Sasha Lee asks, "Excuse me, do you have any salt?"
Scusi, avete il sale?
Scusi, avete il sale? Do you remember how to say yes? Sì. Sì. And how to say here? Qui. Qui. Do you remember how the clerk says, yes, it's here?
Sì, è qui.
Sì, è qui. Do you remember how to say milk? Latte. Latte. And how to say the milk? Il latte. Il latte. Do you remember how to say sugar? Zucchero. Zucchero. And how to say the sugar? Lo zucchero. Lo zucchero. Do you remember how to say fruits? Frutta. Frutta. Do you remember how to say the fruit? La frutta. La frutta.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Sasha Lee, and you're at the grocery store. Get the shopkeeper's attention and ask if they have milk. Ready?
Scusi, avete il latte?
Sì, è qui.
Listen again and repeat.
Scusi, avete il latte? Scusi, avete il latte?
Let's try another. Imagine you're Karen Lee, and you're at the grocery store to buy fruit. Ready?
Scusi, avete la frutta?
Sì, è qui.
Listen again and repeat.
Scusi, avete la frutta? Scusi, avete la frutta?
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Ben Lee, and you're at the grocery store to buy sugar. Ready?
Scusi, avete lo zucchero?
Sì, è qui.
Listen again and repeat.
Scusi, avete lo zucchero? Scusi, avete lo zucchero?
This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can-Do course.
Now you know how to ask if a store has something in Italian. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.